most employed professionals are not poor. That's a fact. But they are also not wealthy. And if we are being honest, many are just one delayed salary or one emergency away from financial stress. Now, that's not because they are lazy. In fact, they are the group of the most hardworking people, and it's not because they are uneducated. Because most of them have degrees, some have got masters, some have got PhDs, and so on. And the opposite is true, because most of these people are the most disciplined category of people in the society. They're the most structured, and they are the most consistent. They went to school, they got degrees, and they followed the system. And yet, years down the line, something always doesn't add up. Because despite doing everything right and ticking all the boxes, wealth still feels out of reach. So the question is not why are people failing? The real question is, why does the system produce hardworking, intelligent people who never actually built wealth? So today we break this deep, we break it down deeply. And more importantly, what can you do to change it? So this video is divided into into two parts. Part one, we are looking at the problem, and part two, we are looking at the solution. So stick around, because we will break down the problem, you learn about it, and then we go deep down and look at the solution so that you know what to tweak. So part one, the problem. Why employed professionals struggle to build wealth. I've got this one in 6 parts. So part one, you trade your time for money. Walk with me here. You don't earn money, you sell your time. And in fact, you sell your time to the highest bidder, because people are always looking for the best paying jobs, which company pays the highest. So every month you package your time, you package your energy, and you package your skills and sell them to your employer, the highest bidder. Your income is tied to your hours, your income is tied to your energy, and your income is tied to your presence. What does this mean? That if you stopped working today, your income also stops working. I've talked about the 4 levels of value. And what does this mean? That your income is capped. You cannot get you can get a pay rise, you can get promoted, you can get a pay rise, but you cannot multiply your time. That is the secret. You cannot multiply your time. You can just work as much as your time can allow. You can work as much as your energy levels can allow, and your income is tied to your time, to your physical presence. So you can always work harder, but you can never work infinitely. So that is why you can never earn more, because your salary is tied to your presence. You have to be there for you to get income. Reason number 2, you are your only source of income. Stick with me here. Most professionals depend on one thing: salary. One stream of income, one source, and one risk. If that job disappears, everything else becomes affected. Your rent becomes affected, your lifestyle becomes affected, your plans becomes affected. And that's why I said most people are just one salary delay away from being in a financial stress. And we call this dependency. And if you look at wealth, real wealth is built on multiple streams of income. As a matter of fact, an average millionaire has got around 7 streams of income, and an average billionaire has got around 9 to 10 streams of income. So real wealth is built on multiple streams of income, diversification, and financial resilience. Let's look at number 3, why employed people struggle to build wealth. You spend your prime years building someone else's dream or business. In your 20s, 30s, or 40s, these are the most powerful years of your time. Why? Because during these times, you have got highest energy levels, you have got highest creativity levels, and you have got highest risk to tolerance levels. But most of these things, very important for your development, they go into employment. And during this time, you are building someone else's company, you are building someone else's vision, you are building someone else's wealth. And by the time you realize it, your window for risk has narrowed down. Your window for energy, your window for productivity has narrowed down to a very small window. And by the time you retire, I've done a video why retirement is wrong. By the time you retire, you are so tired, your biological clock has run down, and you can't have the energy levels that you had to build something for your own. Reason number 4, you buy liabilities thinking that they are assets. Robert Kiyosaki says that the very first principle that you have to learn about money is learn to differentiate between liabilities and assets. Assets get money into your pocket, and liabilities takes money away from your pocket. So when as your income increases, your lifestyle also increases, and it increases by purchasing things that you think they are assets when in real sense they are liabilities. You buy a better house, or you move into a better house. You buy a better car. You upgrade your lifestyle. But of these things that you are buying or you are upgrading your life into, they are not assets. They are liabilities. They take money away from your pocket every single month. So the cycle continues. You earn more, you spend more, you stay stuck, and you start earning more again. You run in that endless track. You earn more, you spend more, you stay stuck, and you earn again. And wealth never grows, because the money that you have invested into building wealth or buying assets is channeled into maintaining that lifestyle. Reason number 5, you think that all opportunities are scam. Now, professionals are trained to analyze and avoid risk, but this creates something that we call a hidden trap. Overthinking leads to inaction. It leads to what I refer to analysis paralysis. Every opportunity feels too risky, too uncertain, and too good to be true. So you wait, and when you're waiting, you are not doing anything. Meanwhile, others, they try. They just make the very first step. They try. They fail. They learn. They try again. And after some time, they succeed. So your caution protects you, but it also limits you. It's a golden handcuff that ties you so that you never take action. Reason number 6, you have not defined clearly your financial goals. Most professionals are busy, and ask them about KPIs, ask them about industry goals and expectation, ask them about their personal objectives according to the role that they are performing, and they will clearly tell you the job description. They'll tell you about the KPIs. They'll tell you about the monthly projections for the work that they're doing. But ask them about what are the goals for their for their finances, and they have zero. They don't have a number for their finances. They don't have a timeline for their finances. They don't have a wealth target for their finances. So what happens? Your income feeds your lifestyle each and every single day. So instead of building your future or defining your lifestyle or defining what you want to build, you are always feeding your lifestyle. You're always working for a better today and a better tomorrow in terms of consumption, but you actually don't package up and build wealth, and that is wrong. So you never build wealth. The last reason is that you trade freedom for security. Jobs always feel safe, they feel stable, they feel predictable, but that comfort always comes at a cost, and this cost, I call it your freedom. You can't walk away easily, you can't control your time, you can't scale your income upwards, and over time, comfort removes agency. The last one, the last point, number 8, you were never taught how money really works. School system teaches you how to pass exams. School system teaches you how to get better jobs, and school systems teaches you how to get employed by the best employer who pays you the best. But there's a limit. It does not teach you how to build assets. It does not teach you how to create income. It does not teach you how to grow wealth. And that's where the problem is. It teaches you how to be a very good employee. It teaches you employment features, how to be a very good employer, but doesn't teach you how to build wealth. And that is the problem, because you keep earning money, but you can't multiply that money to build wealth for you. And that is why high income, no matter how much money you earn, high income will not always be equal to wealth. Now, understanding the problem is important, but it changes nothing unless you act. So now let's talk about the solution. Now that you've understood the problem, the challenges, what do you do so that we get out of the matrix? Part 2, how to start building wealth when you are employed. Step number 1, audit and monetize your skills. You already have valuable skills. That's why you are employed. You have got skills that are needed in the market. That's why someone saw it necessary to employ you. But you are only using those skills in one place. You are only using those skills to serve one person in the system. That is your job. You are serving your job. Instead, ask yourself this question: what skills do I have? What other skills do I have? Number 2, who else needs them? By the fact that there's your employer there, it means that there's another person who can also benefit from your skills. Then number 3, ask yourself, how can I monetize these skills independently away from my employer? Your job is a proof of value, that you are valuable. Now, turn that value into an asset and find someone else who will be able to pay you. Step number 2, upskill beyond your job. Many employees, many people, many employed professionals, they just grow enough to keep their job. They just grow enough to survive in their job, and they just get enough papers to keep them in the job, to get them employed and keep them in the job. They never do something above. But wealth is built beyond your job description. As they always say that basic education earns your salary, but self-education builds your wealth. Can you ask yourself this question, that when you left school, when you get your formal education and formal certification, how many books have you read to empower you? How many courses have you taken to empower you? How many skills have you learned above and beyond what you learned in school? And so today I challenge you to do the following: learn high income skills. We have got AI, we have got automation, we have got so much going on in the current era. Learn high income skills, learn digital skills, and learn business skills. Learn how to manage people. Then train and prepare yourself for the future, not just your employer. Step number 3, disconnect your income from your time. This is the biggest mindset shift that you'll ever have to learn. And if there's a takeaway that you'll take away from this video, is that disconnect your income from your time. And so that you move from active income to leveraged income. And how do you start small? You start by doing a side business, start by digital products, start by having investments that will be able to pay you separate even when you are not there. Your salary should fund your assets, and your assets should build your freedom. Step number 4, learn financial literacy. No one is coming to teach you this. You must take personal responsibilities when it comes to learning financial literacy, and try to understand basics, like understand the difference between assets and liabilities, understand cash flows, understand investing, understand the money behavior, money psychology. Because if you don't understand money, you'll always be working for it. And banks don't want you to know this. Your employer doesn't want you to know this, because if you know this, you'll be enlightened. So take personal responsibilities and learn. Subscribe to this channel, because this is what we do. We basically talk about financial literacy. Step number 5, build multiple streams of income. One income stream is not security. It's risky. It's very risky. So start with one extra income. Yes, your job, but grow it to serve, to give you multiple streams of income. Then add another one, then add another one. I've done videos on what you can do. Check on this channel. Maybe I'll have some of them attached in the description. Step number 6, set clear wealth target. Be very categorical, be very specific. How much money do you want? Apart from what you're earning from your job, how much more money do you want? By when? And what are you going to do? What are the sources that are going to give this particular amount of money? Because without a target, you will drift for years, for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, without having a clear direction on what you want. Direction creates clarity. Step number 7, the last step, use your job as a tool and not as a destination. And this is why many people suffer, because the moment their job is destination, the moment you get your job, you have arrived. And this should not be the case, because what it does at the end of the day, that it creates dependence. Your job should be a funding source, and you use this source to invest, use this source to build assets, income producing assets, use this source, your job, to create income streams. Don't depend on it, use it as a leverage. As I finish, at the end of the day, your job is not a problem. Dependence on your job is the problem. So don't quit blindly. Don't panic. Just start building step by step, because the moment your income is no longer tied to your time, then you can start building wealth. That's the video for today. I hope you've gotten some values. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.